Welcome to Subramani. I don't know whether I'm a good businessman, bad businessman. Right now, I'm not doing any business, but I have done business for a long time in my life, and so some of the learnings. So first thing, get good at every aspect of your business, right? You can't be the best, but you need to know. You need to know. I mean, if you're an entrepreneur, obviously you do sales. There is no doubt about it. 90% of your time should be spent in doing sales, but the other parts of you still have to raise a bill, right? You can't say I will only do sales, because at the start of your life, at the start of your business, you are the chaprasi to chairman, everything you are doing. So you wear a nice suit, you become chairman. You clean while you're cleaning your office, you become the chaprasi of your office, which is how everyone starts. So you need to know a lot about a lot of things. It's not that you need to know how to sweep the floor. It is nice to know that it takes 3 minutes to clean up the office because you have a small office. How much time does it take to make tea? You need to know all those things, because only what you know you can delegate. So whether it is HR or whether it is accounts, whether it is sales, whether it is purchase, everything you will do and you will learn, and only after you learn can you delegate. You cannot delegate HR and say okay, you will handle HR, because on day one you are everything for the organization. So then you will look for a HR person when you are 5 people old, 10 people old, or when you start building size. That is when you will start looking for a separate HR person. Otherwise, one person looks after accounts, HR, everything. Appointment letter, just make an appointment letter, things. That's how you start. You can't say on day one I will have all the processes and procedures like a big MNC. It doesn't happen that way. You start, you evolve, and you learn. So learn every aspect of your business and then start hiring people. Don't hire very senior people, or don't give very high designations. On day one, nobody great is going to join you. It has to be some friend's brother, friend's sister, or friend's neighbor, or somebody who is coming to join you. Call them, at best you call them managers, right? Nothing beyond that, because tomorrow you might get a general manager, you might get a head of HR, you might get all those people. Then you can decide how to give designations. So don't throw away designations on day one. Let there be a HR person, then you might get somebody above him or somebody below him. Then you similarly, if you have a CFO, you have an accountant, you have somebody handling purchases, but you have no choice. You have to pound the pavement. You have to go around meeting people, making sure that your revenues are coming, right? That is the most important job. And you will think that is the most important job till you start raising money from VCs. After that, your only job is to keep reporting what is happening, what you said will happen, why it has happened, why it has not happened. You will spend a disproportionately large part of your time in meeting venture capitalists. Before they give money, they'll ask you 1,000 questions, and after they give you money, they'll ask you 10,000 questions, right? Some of them they may understand, some of the people may not understand, but you are going to spend an inordinately large amount of time with your funders. Remember that. So as much as you can delay funding, as much as you can take funding from banks as loans, if you can, using your personal assets, etc., you're much better off than going to a VC, right? So do that, learn all aspects, start recruiting people who are much better than you. That person's knowledge of HR should be way ahead of you, because you are not going to be sitting in that position doing it. That person should know when to come to you. Till then, she should be able to handle it, or he should be able to handle it. So you need people smarter than you, faster than you, preferably younger than you. Unless you are a 22-year-old startup, then obviously you can't hire too many people younger than you. But if you are a 40-year-old startup, yes, you can hire a 28-year-old or a 25-year-old HR person who will identify more with your younger people than you do, right? So do that. Create a support network for yourself. Could be a lawyer, could be a chartered accountant, could be a mentor, could be or any of those people, could be a banker, right? Get all those people as your support services. No, I'm not saying they should be part of your board of directors. Just get them as your support services. These are the people you will go to when you have a problem. Whether you pay them, how much you pay them, etc., could be a matter of debate, but creating a group around you is very important. also create some people who will be your friends and who will not judge you. So it can't be a sibling, it can't be a neighbor, it can't be a classmate who might actually be envious and say, oh well, it's great, you're doing this, I don't have the guts to do, or somebody who wants to copy you. Don't get people your equal, get people who are superior to you, and get some people who are equal to you, who will be your friends, with whom you can go and crib about your business, crib about the government, any of those things. These cannot be your employees, right? Because then you don't want to crib about your business to your employees, who will while leaving say, you're yourself not sure about your business, therefore I'm leaving. I have heard this, so please be careful about that. Your support network has to be really very strong. You will have a vision when you start your business, but you have to be also very nimble in what you're doing, right? So things could just change. You might be doing one particular thing and you might be doing another thing. This could be your main thing, but suddenly you find that the second one which you're doing, which you have to do compulsorily for everybody, is the bigger revenue generator. It attracts more attention, so you concentrate on this and accidentally this will get done. So the purpose of what you're doing is very simple. For example, if you're helping people making a will, everybody knows they have to make a will, but if you say in your will you have to attach all your assets and say a mutual fund, this folio, etc., etc., people say, oh God, I don't have all the details, right? So you say, okay, I can help you create those details and then we can make a will, right? You change the direction in which you're doing, and you can charge a fee for organizing the finances and then make a will. But otherwise, if you're just calling people for will making, they'll say, oh, I'm not well organized. That's perfectly all right. You say, investments as per this schedule, this real estate, at least you have all the details, make that will, right? So depending on which is your main thing, you think making a will is the main thing, it will happen that people think creating a sensible way how their portfolio looks from their NSGL statement to match it to what they have, right? So that may be more important for them than making a will. So be careful, have a vision, but be very nimble about what you will do. Make it a very learning kind of an organization. Every client feedback, reconstruct and say what happened, why it went right, why it went wrong. This is going to be very useful. If in a best case scenario, you can record it. Because if you're doing it online anyway, it's getting recorded, right? So try encouraging people from doing it online. Good for the customer, good for your employees, good for you, because you can then say, oh, you said this too many times, you said you know so many times, right? Some of those corrections you can make, right? Whatever you do, you have to be a little different from what the others are doing. It's very difficult today, but find a niche in your business area, be the leader. But being the leader does not mean if you're not the leader you can't do business. That's wrong. A lot of things which I have told you is already being done. There is somebody who will take money and organize your finances, who will organize your documents. There is somebody who will make a will. It's not as though I'm saying anything out of the blue and out of the world, right? Take part in organizations which support your business, whatever be the business. If you're a mutual fund distributor, join the mutual fund distribution business organizations. It's always useful to find people there who will tell you things which you may not know, right? Who may do things for you which you do not expect. All these things can happen, so make sure that you're visible in some of these places, at least, if not all. I think hire a good accountant. That's very important, because your organization which builds bad habits will never be able to come out of it today if you don't make those changes and make and tell the people that for you creating accounts, filing the return way before the due date, all these are not negotiable. It is very important. Once you give that message, things will happen. Thank you.